Shalom.
Shalom.
Once again, we want to give our praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash.
double honor to the pestilences of GMS, so you brothers in the four corners of the earth. That portion of the street is sincerity and in truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
And about babal to this place. All right. Nevertheless, yeah, this is how we're gonna start it because hey, the Most High hear this place. That's right. You understand? And the Most High is gonna send angels to destroy this place. That's right. Because of all the wickedness. Now, we've been out here. I mean, hey, the apostle, they was teaching. The scripture tell you that hey, you shouldn't have two men together. Neither two. Somebody give me the Leviticus chapter 20 and 13. Right? Should not two women, two men lying in the same bed. Right? Go ahead, read.
Leviticus chapter 20 verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with womankind,
Go ahead.
both of them have committed an abomination, they shall surely be put to death.
Right. So
Their blood shall be upon them.
right, but guess what? These people are not hearing Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai word. They're not hearing the prophet's word. But guess who they hear? They wanted to listen to. Now, CDC is urging them that hey, they should stop buggering. Right? When we have laws in the land that you shouldn't do that. Right? And they said even American money say what? In God we trust. But in what God do you trust? The scripture said that the God of this world is their God, which is who? Esau. Right? Now we have an article where we're going to get into. We already started a little late, so we're going to just go through it. Right? So you can start it out.
Yeah, this is article entitled "The CDC finally tells homosexual men to stop having anal intercourse with so many partners unless they get vaccinated first."
Right. So now CDC is telling them to stop doing something that they tell them to do. Because what? They make laws and say, hey, it's nothing wrong. Two men could be together. They even give them what you call Pride Month. Right? So not a day, a month. So say, hey, y'all could go ahead and do this. No, but we understand what they're doing. It's all a game. You understand? It's all a game. So what? They could bring in the MOTB because when you look at the same tactics they use, they're saying, as you read on in the article, they're telling the people that you should avoid coming in contact with these homosexuals, if they ain't stop their buggery. But guess what? It's the same thing they tell you with the money. They tell you that through the money you could contaminated with the C19. Because what? They want to bring what? The digital money. You understand? So this is all a game. The scripture says we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. Right? Well, go ahead. I have to read on you want to say something? No. Go ahead, read.
Yeah, it says after the federal government declared monkeypox a national health emergency, the Center for Disease Control, or CDC, activated their Emergency Operations Center and deployed 300 pandemic firefighters who will activate resources nationwide, which includes local, national, and international response partners. The CDC is urging health care providers to take every rash seriously, as it might be monkeypox.
Right, and they'll go by the song like what? The song like C19. Because as soon as you get a cold or a sore throat, a fever, what they say is what? C19. Right. Now they're telling you look at your pox where you're gonna get, look at any little disease, rash, anything you get there. It could be what? Monkeypox. You see? But you watch these people here. Watch, you're already played out, bro. You understand? Go ahead.
Like I say, if you look at the time too in which they're deploying these tactics is in the summer. And one of the things, and with this heat, you're gonna get sunburn, especially exactly. You saw we ain't got no pigment, you're gonna experience it a lot. And the other nations as well. You understand? So now a lot of people going to be vaccinated wrongfully, all right, without actually having this sick. The same thing happened with the C19. You understand? It goes on to say the CDC is urging healthcare providers to take every rash seriously as it might be monkeypox. It doesn't matter if the rash is from more common infections.
Oh, one of the things I want to touch on is that they say now it's a national emergency, right? So now they're gonna want to push the jab on you, right? And then they're gonna make it a curriculum in school now that you got it. The children have to get it because they're gonna infect, because children are always touching this thing. But then as you read on, it's gonna tell you that how it's really and truly they're saying it come from these faggots, right? Just listen to the folly of this article, and you're gonna understand how these people is really. The scripture say what? Folly is set in great dignity.
That's right.
Listen to this. Read.
It says it doesn't matter if the rash is from more common infections, example for varicella zoster, herpes zoster, syphilis. The CDC is urging healthcare providers to evaluate homosexual men for monkeypox and test them for it. Department of Health and Human Service Secretary Cipher.
Because technically, our next man, you're not even supposed to enter in your bottom. It's an exit. It's not an entry, right? It's an exit. You're not supposed to have no anal sex with nobody. These faggots, what they're doing, they're saying that during the anal sex, you're going to get monkeypox. And then they're going to end up spreading it. See, they laugh at these bitches like that shit. You understand?
Because if you could say, most of the people that you see in the reports of these infections, they either get it through sexual transmitted, or oral sex, or any kind of intercourse.
But most of the time you see people get it, it starts with their mouth.
Yeah.
Right? They like fat girls say, who don't give heads in this age and time? You understand? These women just believe there's a thing to do. And they're also saying that, hey, if you don't go in a woman bottom, there's no sex.
Okay.
When the scripture teach you contrary from that.
Also, if I might make a point too, a lot of these men, they blame both partners, right? Whereas they're going with men and then they're going home back to a woman. And they're spreading diseases too. You see?
Yeah, and this is where a lot of these women don't realize that they actually living with undercover faggots.
Yep.
You know, and certain men nowadays, they're saying that, hey, anything with a hole is fuckable. This is what people be saying out there in these streets in this time. They don't have no regards. You know, a man now is thinking that, hey, so-called men in this place is thinking that, hey, if they don't dominate a man too, like how they dominate a woman, they ain't gonna be alpha male.
That's some weak ass shit, bro.
Okay.
You know, if you notice too, all in them places now, they're taking a lot of homosexual. Right? So now, these homosexual now fucking with your food. You understand? So that's why the Lord see going to destroy this whole entire place, you know. It's a clean swipe, it's a clean wipe the Lord going to wipe, you know. You understand? Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, it says Department of Health and Human Service Secretary Shafir Bakara held a press conference confirming that 99% of cases have occurred in men who have recently engaged in sexual activities with other men.
You see? So it's plain as day, right? And for you men too that going into your woman anal, there's wickedness too. Because if you could do it to a woman, it's like most likely you could do it to a man. Right. It's a spirit, it's a demon. You understand? Stay away from these things, man. You know? And if your woman into these things, cut her off.
Done.
Cut her off, man. It's a foul spirit.
Yeah, it goes on
So,
to say,
you know, again, you see what they're doing? They're targeting you men, you so-called black, Latino, Native, and Negro. That's why the scripture said the Lord is going to make a man more precious than gold. Just so you can't find a real man walking this street. Right? The real man is going to be the men of the Lord that know Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
And this with one of the precepts too, when it's that there gonna be few men in a city, you know, just like in the time Lot, You understand? It was that was surrounded with a set. It's just in the family, surrounded with a set them.
Yeah.
You know, it may be you in a city full with people, but hey, mentally and spiritually they become beasts.
Yeah.
You are no longer men.
I was watching a live with the brother them from Mississippi. The brother was saying, listen, what you need to do is let these fucking women go, bro. If you find your woman in folly, or she went out to deal with the next man, let the woman go.
Damn.
You understand? Forget about the woman and continue teaching about Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai. Because at the end of the day, you can't make your woman be saved. And if you can't be saved, if the Most High don't want to save you, she can't make you be saved either.
Yeah.
The Most High already marked his elect. You understand? Now, these the men with it, they're gonna what? They're gonna prosecute and they're gonna try to prosecute. But some of us are gonna be what? Marked up for the Lord because what? We're preaching against them. We're telling them the truth. Go ahead. So y'all don't worry with these women, brothers.
Damn.
If these women want to go out and they want to do what they have to do, let them go do what they have to do. You understand? Because these women could bring sick to you too.
That's right.
You understand? Now you knowing the scripture, you have the wisdom. You understand? I did a video on knowledge and wisdom and experience. You understand? You first have to experience things, and all this time we've been living, we see how wicked these women is. We have experience with them. So that means we have the knowledge, we have the know, we know what this is happening. So now you have the wisdom now. The wisdom is the foresight where you could know, it's actually go back to power. So now you know how to, what choices to make.
Wisdom too is a whole different level of seeing.
Yeah.
It's a whole different level of seeing because it says, a wise man foreseeth evil and hide it himself.
Yeah.
And in order for you to foresee evil, you got to see into the future.
Right.
And that's how bad is wisdom. You'll be able to see into the future. Wisdom is actually the level of opening your, some of the pineal gland, the third eye.
That is what wisdom is, right? Because wisdom is higher. You have to go through experience. You have to get experience, go through suffering to actually know, to get knowledge. That's what it is, to get the knowledge. After you get the knowledge now, there's where wisdom comes. So now when you get the wisdom now, because they said knowledge is power, right? Now you have to use wisdom now to control the power. So now there's where you're making decision now. So don't mess with these women, right? You find they're not on a level with you, cut these women off and go, bro. This way we're gonna have to apply more of these scripture that if a woman go not a client to your house, give her a bill of divorce and let her go. I wish I said cut off. You cannot choose family, wife, mother, sister over me. Let them go. You see? Go ahead, I'll continue.
Yeah, it goes on to say the CDC is now urging homosexual men to stop having anal intercourse with multiple partners unless they get vaccinated.
No, you see this the bullshit? They say, yeah, these men stop having anal sex with multiple partners. Why they don't say stop having anal sex? Period, bro. Why you saying with multiple partners? Shalom. So what would be the difference with one? It's the same nasty shit tongue they go in it. You're gonna continue to hear the folly, and this is the people we're supposed to be what? They're supposed to be over you as leaders, right? Exports.
Supposed to that you will being at heart.
Where that?
Yeah, it goes on to say CDC calls on homosexual men to stop having anal intercourse.
Hey, give me Isaiah chapter 10 and 1, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 10 and 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right, and this is grievous to us as men, because they're actually condoling a next man with a next man, bro.
Yep. Because they still want to be in that safe zone of being politically correct, which is part of allowing the folly, the homosexuality.
And then go back to the scripture too. It's saying Revelation.
Hey, Silakio, and even this job where they probably giving for this monkeypox, and the C19
It's killing
wood.
testosterone
It's killing the wood.
That's right.
and increasing
Estrogen.
estrogen. That's the word looking for. The sugar.
So it's killing the wood now. Now you're telling them stop. So you see the C19 in work good. Hey, come now, come. We have a next one for monkeypox. Just so they're gonna tell you how to take them from traveling, for catching public transportation, for going in stores. See what going on.
That's right.
You men are being targeted. And the scripture tells us to, hey, remember to show ourselves men. You want to say something, huh? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Habakkuk chapter 1, and I'll start at verse 2. It says, O Yahweh, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. Why doest thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that rise up strife and contention. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth.
That's right.
For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. You know, and when you look around in this entire system, is a set of wrong judgment. You understand? They're not going to what the Most High set up, the law of life. You see, even though they hold this Bible and say they're putting you to swear on it in court, they're not judging you according to the scripture. You understand? So they're being a set of hypocrites. You see, saying multiple partners, wherein the scripture say at all, none, period. You know, you still going being slack with judgment.
Let me just clear this up. You could get multiple partners, but it had to be women with a man. Right? But the multiple partner with men, even one person, one man with the next man is wrong. And that's what the brother said. You know, just for younger brothers, you know.
This is Romans 8 and
Reading verse 5, it says, For they that are after the flesh don't mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For the carnal minded is death, but to be spiritual minded is life and peace. You mentioned that they don't want to do the things according to life. You understand? Because, hey, he was mentioning, you know, me and I had a conversation about among people. And we noticed some heads start ducking under the shoulders. You know, as we bring out that, hey, what is your view on homosexuality? Say anything that is against nature is basically death. And if this is something that we continue to allow, you will find the population decreasing, right? Which is going against the whole life, the whole statutes of life, how the most ordained stuff.
And it's decreasing naturally, decreasing sorrowfully, you know, through dread and terror.
Yeah, because this out of being a low state of mind, it is folly in the whole. Why would you support something that is putting us to say that is killing itself? It's going to start also rough purpose, no evil unto itself. You know? So hey, these people they in all illusion against the Most High and against people themselves. Eve don't even see that because the homosexual number one fan is women. Eve. Starting with Eve. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, precept be equipped. It says Jeremiah chapter 8 and 3. It says, and death shall be chosen rather than life. Right? So basically that is what's going on right now, because the law towards this thing, homosexual and lesbian, is what? Is death. And these people choose it. Why? Because judgment ain't coming speedily on them. So it is in man for do what? Be taken up in what? Wickedness. You understand?
Let's not celebrate. Hold on. First somebody get last.
Yeah, continue a little bit more.
Going back in the article, it says, at first the CDC hesitated to report the truth about whom these outbreaks were affecting. Individually most at risk are men who have sex with other men who have also been fully vaccinated and boosted for C19.
You see that?
God Mosley.
So now it's coming out. It's coming out. we might end up seeing the same one, the flag up with
fully vaccinated.
yeah, we're fully vaccinated with monkeypox too. You understand? Just see we start hearing 2, 3, 4 cases, you're gonna see what's gonna happen. You understand?
If I could say something quick, because they done build a center for it here already.
Yeah, that's right.
Preparing. You know?
Yeah, because they know that it's gonna come here. Right? Hey, you see that yeah, when you come here, every move with the scripture with the Bible and them.
You can left out of it.